What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Tubeway Army. We're going back to the 1978 self-titled album, and we're up to the tune Friends, as Luca immediately comes over. It's one of those words, or one of those titles, where it's a single word title that is so simple and straightforward, and yet obscures so much variation, which is to say there are different types of friends, different intensities of friendship. Friends can be used ironically or, with scare quotes in the way that, with friends like these, who needs enemies? Friends can have a lot of different meanings, platonic friends versus friends that might have a more significant, like intimate meaning. Friends that you have in youth, but perhaps, as you grow up and turn into adults, you go separate paths, or at least, you start to see things differently. Again, a million possibilities with such a simple and straightforward concept. So, I'm not sure what it'll be about. So yeah, let's just get straight to it. This is Tubeway Army from the album of the same name, and the tune is called Friends. Alien laser gun guitar work. Fascinating, because those lines were so rapid fire vocally, which I really enjoyed. I enjoy not only the vocal dexterity or precision required to do those lines, which, it's more challenging than singing a slower, more fluid line, but also because they were that fast. I didn't catch all the words. I did catch some, though, talking about like humanoids and machines, and you're not going to put those something on me, which I don't know if, again, it's another tune where I understand that some of his solo work also is, this idea of living things versus synthetic or automated, machinery, and eventually perhaps artificial intelligence, and that thematic exploration. So it felt like maybe there was some of that in this one as well, but I didn't catch enough of it to confirm for sure. But a couple of the lines I did hear parts of. Sounds like maybe that's at least part of what's going on in the tune, and perhaps Friends, therefore, is a bit ironic or a bit ominous. The idea that that we create these machines to help us do things, but ultimately, in one sense, we come to depend on them so much that ultimately, in a functional or logistical sense, we then come to depend on them in ways that are perhaps detrimental to our long-term survival. And again, especially if you bring in the idea of artificial intelligence, and that sort of asymmetry being recognized and all the potential dangers that could be there. So the idea of friends could have a very dangerous and lethal meaning. So yeah, again, not sure if that's really what's going on there, but that is the little bit that I caught, or that's what it made me think of. So, but yeah, otherwise sonically, it just feels like a really cool post-punk, or even just kind of late 70s punk tune, but on the more mellow side. Not rip-roaring, not adrenaline fueled, but more I don't know, for lack of a better word, stylistic, which again, maybe it fits more into the post-punk sort of vein, but again, some of the guitar work and just the vibe of the vocals themselves felt, basically like late 70s punk. So either way, a really cool tune, a shorter one, obviously, which again fits into either the punk or post-punk idiom, I think. But yeah, let me know what you think of this one. Again, we'll keep going through this. Eventually, we'll get back to the pleasure principle, which I have been going through already. But again, it was suggested that maybe it'd be better to jump back to Tubeway Army, which I do appreciate this suggestion. Either way, we'll get back to pleasure principle eventually. Let me know what you think of this. I'll see you next time. Peace.